How do you feel about the people who may have missed coming to your celebration?
Oh yeah, okay. Well, for the people that may have missed, probably missed a really good time, but
Sure.
if you can call a memorial service a good time. But one of the things is my friend Keith Rowe visited a while back, and Keith I had just explained to him that I was going to be, my body would be donated for research and that then it would be cremated.
Yeah.
And just as Keith started to leave, he was apologetically almost saying, Sarah, I'll come see you as often as you'll let me, but I just won't plan at all to be at your memorial service. And I could tell he was a little uncomfortable with it. So I said, Keith, don't feel bad. I'm not going to be there either.
That's right. That's right.
But I am. Here I am, you know. I like being in the middle of things. I like knowing what's going on. And besides that, I wanted to know what some of y'all would say about me.
That's right. So everybody better be careful what they say.
Yeah, that's right.
Only say good things.
That's right. Only good things.
Yeah. She said, I think you guys were praying together, and I think it was like you just started laughing hysterically.
Oh yeah. With a letter. Yeah. It was something that God healed in me during our prayer. As a young one, I many times was laughed at and made fun of, and a lot of my pain turned out to be a joke and to be funny, you know, with adults around and everything. And I just had this, it was almost like a deep, bitter root thing about laughter, and I never was able to laugh that much, and I, you know, it wasn't. And while we were praying,
Yeah.
I just had this thing come over me. I'm sure it was just a healing from God up above. And I absolutely got hysterically tickled. I mean, I laughed and couldn't stop it till the tears were streaming and my belly was hurting, you know, just.
Yeah.
And I knew after that God had healed that reluctance that I had in there to laugh and to find fun.
That's so cool.
Sometimes things are tough in life, but then when God shows up and shows out,
Bam.
it was worth every pain that you ever had just to see that happen.
That's an awesome way to look at it.
I pulled up, I'm fairly new to some of this electronic stuff,
Yeah.
so I pulled up Facebook a while back,
Yeah.
and I saw a post on there from Justin Boggs.
Yeah.
Justin Boggs. And it said in a certain number of hours, maybe 60 hours or something, that the most beautiful woman in the world or something to that effect was going to become his wife. And I saw that and I thought, oh no. I thought they were married. I had not been coming to River City a long time and don't know a lot, but I thought they were married.
Yeah.
And then I thought, surely they didn't get a divorce and him get remarried. So my curiosity couldn't stand it any longer, so I just showed my ignorance and sent him a message.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he laughed when he got it, but he sent back and he said, Sarah, that was a memory that I posted. And I thought, oh, I didn't know you could do that. Bradley had never been here before. 2 weeks ago today, he came with Michael. He goes out the door and I'm right behind him and Michael's behind me. And when you approach that elevator from this side, the button is in an awkward place, you know. If you're coming from the other end, it's not. So Bradley's such a prankster. Just tickles me to get something on him. So he walks out the door, and Michael was there, and he's standing there going, and I said, oh son, they're making this place real modern now. Do this, and that'll electric eye.
I love it.
Open the door. So he's standing out there waving his arms, and I'm about to pee my pants. I'm laughing so hard, but I didn't, you know.
Yeah.
Michael walks behind him, and Bradley's still doing this. You know? Michael walks behind him to the other and pushes the button.
Yeah.
And Brad's still got his arms up in there. But he looks at Michael, and he looks at the elevator, and he looks at me.
Oh, man.
But I went to bed laughing that
That's
night.
awesome.
That tickled me. Yes, when I was at the thrift store in Sevilla, we had some good experiences down there. Even though that thrift store was to make money for the ministry, the unwed moms home there, I just had such one in particular, and there were several, but this lady came by one morning and she posted. She wanted to know could she post a notice where her bird was missing somehow. It got out of the house and out of the cage and out of the house. And I said, well, sure, and she did. And I said, but let me pray with you about it. Mm-hmm. And she said, well, I already did. And I said, well, let's do it again. So we held hands in the store at the register and we prayed about the bird. A few days later, she came back and she came in the door taking the notice down. And she said, thank you for our praying together. She said, I have learned firsthand that not only is God's eye on the sparrow, but it's also on the cockatiel.
That's right.
Yeah. So that, that was good. And I would have people come back by there and want me to pray with them. Even sometimes they'd say, I don't have time to shop, I'm running late for work, but I want you to pray about so and so. So we just kind of made that into a regular prayer meeting place, and still sold a lot of stuff for the ministry. So
that's amazing.
That probably, even though it was one of the hardest, probably dirtiest jobs I've ever had, you know. Was used to an air conditioned office and all that, that probably was more fun than I've ever had in my life in a job,
Yeah.
And I mean, cool. I got paid. We worked 40 hours a week, and I got paid $600 a month. So that was one of our church members.
Yeah.
Her little toddler grandson, after spending the night with her, got up one Sunday morning and walked into her and walked into where she was and said, Mimi, my penis didn't listen to me last night. My bed's wet.
That's.
I don't know if you'll want that on there or not.
Well, yeah. We'll let somebody smarter than us decide that.
Yes, I do. And you ladies probably would understand this because you know brand names and good brand names more so than the gentleman would, but I can just see my family cringing thinking surely she's not going to tell the pocketbook story, but I am. So I was in, I think it was still Rich's then, up at Town Center, looking for a dark fall handbag. And on the clearance table, I picked up this bag that just felt so wonderful, and it had been a couple of $100 and reduced on down, and with a discount and a coupon, it was going to be a really good buy, but it was the wrong color. It was white. And a salesperson walked up to me, and I said, oh man, this purse feels good. And it's a wonderful buy. I said, you don't happen to have it in black or dark brown or something, do you? And she said, no. And she said, yes, that is a good purse. She said, that's a possum purse. And I thought, well, okay, I never heard of possum. In thinking skunk, when she said possum, I put it up to my nose and I said, it doesn't smell like a possum. And she looked at me and she said, fossil, ma'am, fossil. I did not know that Fossil was a brand name. I'd never heard of it, of a good purse. I'd never had one. But that was a funny story, but it wasn't funny right then. I just hurried out of there and hoped she'd never see me again to know me.
Oh, that's awesome.